Zinedine Zidane has been active on social media amid ongoing speculation linking him with the Old Trafford managerial position, as pressure intensifies on Ruben Amorim. Former Real Madrid boss Zinedine Zidane has been active on social media while speculation linking him with the Manchester United managerial position continues to pick up pace. Former Real Madrid boss Zinedine Zidane has been active on social media while speculation linking him with the Manchester United managerial position continues to pick up pace. Reports following the 3-1 defeat to Brentford suggested the club had come up with a three-man shortlist to replace Amorim should results continue to disappoint. Gareth Southgate, Andoni Iraola, and Oliver Glasner are the three names said to be on that list. However, there are also a number of other names linked with a move to United. Ex-Real Madrid boss Zinedine Zidane has been repeatedly linked with a move to Old Trafford ever since leaving Los Blancos in 2021. The former French midfielder won an incredible 200 games and 320 games in charge at the Santiago Bernabeu over two stints, winning 2 La Liga titles, 2 Supercopa de España, 3 consecutive Champions League titles, 2 UEFA Super Cups, and 2 Club World Cups. He also won a host of individual honors during his time at Madrid, but has not managed since leaving the club for a second time. Zidane shared an image on social media posing in New York with a picturesque skyline in the background. While clearly enjoying some downtime, it'll be interesting to see if he can be tempted back into management anytime soon, especially if United come calling. The former French international is also being tipped to take over from Didier Deschamps at the French national team, who has confirmed he'll step down from his position after next summer's World Cup in the United States. There's a coach in charge, there's a team, and you have to respect everything, and that's what we do, he told Marca. I've always respected football and the people, so it's not the right time. But when the time comes, it will be a great pleasure if the opportunity arises. I've put my career on hold for a while, but I fully feel like a coach. Here at the Manchester Evening News, we're dedicated to bringing you the best Manchester United coverage and analysis. Make sure you don't miss out on the latest United news by joining our free WhatsApp group. You can get all the breaking news and best analysis sent straight to your phone by clicking here to subscribe. Zinedine Zidane previously hinted he would have to be fluent in English before he would consider taking the Manchester United job. The iconic Frenchman has long been linked with the managerial position at Old Trafford. Those links have resurfaced once more, with Ruben Amorim's position looking shaky once again after United's 3-1 defeat to Brentford at the weekend. The Portuguese boss has lost 17 matches out of 33 he's managed in the Premier League and is yet to win back-to-back games, with the club.AS fifth-place Sunderland come calling on Saturday. Ex-Red Devils star Gary Neville believes that the suffering manager may get the boot if the newly promoted side takes a victory back to the Stadium of Light. While Amorim is believed to retain the support of those in charge at Old Trafford, it hasn't stopped fans and pundits alike speculating about his future and who could replace him. Zidane has long been touted as a top option for the position, although he's had his reservations in the past. Discussing the possibility of taking over in Manchester, he told L'Equipe in 2022, "Would I want to go to Manchester? I understand English, but I'm not completely fluent in it. I know that there are coaches who go to clubs without speaking the language, but I work in a different way. Many elements come into play in order to win. It is a global context. I know what I need to win." It is not clear to what extent Zidane's grasp of English has developed in that time, and whether he would be interested in the United job should it come available anytime soon. While he is currently out of work, he has been strongly linked to the France job after the 2026 World Cup. Former France international Emmanuel Petit also noted that his ex-teammate would need even more demands to be met if he were to set up camp in Manchester. Speaking in 2024, the Premier League icon said, "Honestly, I know a little bit, Zidane, and he needs to get guarantees if he wants to sign over there in Manchester United. At the moment, the environment at Manchester United for years has not been good. The stability of the bench, the level of the players as well, the expectation of the club is not the same that it used to be. United is still a huge club, but not on the pitch anymore. And Zizou is very conscious and very careful about that, the quality of the players. He added, if he takes the job at Manchester United, that means he's got solutions. At the moment, I'm not sure a lot of people have the solution to turn the situation at Manchester United. Does he want to leave the sunny days of Madrid? His life is in Madrid. He is dedicated to Madrid. I'm not sure that he speaks very good English as well. And communication is very important in the dressing room. Gareth Southgate would reject an approach from Manchester United if Ruben Amorim is sacked. Southgate was one of the leading contenders to become United boss back in March 2024, when club chiefs were considering the future of Erik ten Hag. But Southgate's involvement as England manager at the time proved a major stumbling block. United were keen to talk to Southgate, but he was determined to remain focused on leading his Three Lions into the Euros that summer. Southgate then took a break from frontline management following the tournament. This saw United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe turn to Ruben Amorim almost 12 months ago, when Ten Hag was eventually sacked. Southgate has not returned to football since stepping down from his England job. He has focused on speaking engagements, motivational work, and has also secured a job hosting a show on the BBC. It's understood Southgate is in no rush to return to football, but continues to keep his options open. He has been spotted at numerous football matches and other sporting events, and has remained close to some of his former colleagues at the FA. Southgate is also close friends with Dan Ashworth, who had a long-term plan to appoint Southgate when he worked at United. But Ashworth lasted just 5 months in his role as sporting director at Old Trafford before getting sacked. Amorim is coming under increasing pressure following his team's shambolic start to the season. United have won just 2 of 7 games in all competitions and crashed out of the Carabao Cup at the hands of Middlesbrough Grimsby Town. But United bosses insist Amorim still has their full support and no plans are in place to sack him. United have also distanced themselves from claims the club has made direct contact with Southgate. United host high-flying Sunderland this weekend before the international break. Amorim's men then face a daunting trip to bitter rivals and reigning champions Liverpool when the domestic season resumes, and if the Portuguese hasn't picked up a win in either of these games, Ratcliffe might be left with no choice but to consider getting rid of Amorim. Although sacking Amorim and his backroom staff would cost United in the region of £15 million in compensation, Manchester United are reportedly considering appointing former midfielder Michael Carrick as caretaker manager for a second time if struggling boss Ruben Amorim is sacked. The United boss is under increasing pressure after a disappointing start to the season, and minority owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe could turn to a familiar face to steady the ship at Old Trafford. Manchester United's defeat to Brentford on Saturday brought a fresh round of criticism for Amorim and more pressure on the Portuguese boss. After victory over Chelsea, the Red Devils had the chance to win consecutive Premier League games for the first time under Amorim, but failed spectacularly as they were beaten 3-1 at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Amorim insisted after the game he wasn't concerned about talk he could be sacked, but he will know his position is under scrutiny after overseeing 17 defeats from his 33 Premier League games in charge of the Red Devils.